There's been some Twitch slash live stream fail drama within the past couple of days involving this streamer right here named Atrioc. Now, I'm going to go ahead and summarize and a bunch of the other little extra things that came out. And then we're going to read his twit longer, which is an apology, so you already know he messed up. And we'll see if this is acceptable response, if this guy come back from this or anything like that. So I'm just gonna open this here. But okay, so Atrioc is a streamer. I think he used to work for Twitch and then he decided to just full-time stream. But anyway, I actually have no idea what the hell he does. He's pretty popular, I think. I don't know about now. Okay, so what this guy did was he streamed the other day and then he tabbed out. And he had another browser open. He was recording his desktop. I guess he was doing some just chatting and hanging out. So what happened was for a quarter or maybe even less of a second, he switched over, he tabbed over, and if you're on Windows, you know that you can see the tab there. And in his extra browser, it showed a tab of a deepfake website where he was looking at, you know, I guess I can just name drop them, some colleagues of his who he deems friends, girlfriends of, you know, other friends he has, looking at deep fake, you know, photos and videos of them. And I guess, you know, it's no surprise, you could always look this up, but some of the big ones were Pokimane, who streams on Twitch, Higa also streams on Twitch, qtcinderella is also over here, is it QT? But anyway, so he got seen, and I can't believe, like this is how crazy viewers are on Twitch. They randomly see something like, oh, is it a leak? I'm gonna look at his desktop. What's that little icon? And then boom, he exposed them. You know, they blurred it out, but then they put it on Livestreamsfails, and then everything blew up. This guy, I think he was like recently married as well, and then he does this. Now, there's a lot of people trying to say this isn't even a bad thing, blah, 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 and I'll try to go into a little bit of the arguments and then my opinion here, but overall, it's bad, right? So not only does he look really terrible, but it brings way, way more attention to these types of new emerging, it's been here for a while, but I guess even more emerging technology, AI, where you can just do anything you want. You know, we recently had the chat GTP and a bunch of other stuff like the art stuff, you know, the art AI stealing art and just making whatever you want, creating essays, and now deepfake porn where you can, you know, people are online, faces everywhere. You can take voices, you could take facial expressions of thousands and thousands of hours of people's data and put it into these programs that people make, and they can make full-blown deepfake stuff. So obviously people were saying, you know, it's not that bad. Atrioc was just fapping it to a friend. Who has never ever back in the day fapped to a friend just in your imagination? I can understand where they're coming from that, but this whole thing here takes it to another level. First of all, you're streaming. Why the hell do you have your secondary, you know, your fapping computer up and you didn't even close the tabs? How desperate are you that you just got married, but then you're hanging out with all these girls? How fucking horny are you? You're doing that. Also, you paid for these as well. The guy who did these images and deepfakes, he was confirmed saying, yeah, you know, I did this, blah, 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 this is my website, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, the website got taken down. We'll talk about that later, but oh man, it's just so terrible that, like I said, it's not the first time it's happening. It's not the first time it's going to happen. It's been going on for years, but now it's getting pushed further, and now we are coming to a sort of fork road in the internet where there's so much of this AI stuff coming through. What is your property? What is considered free use? What do we do about this here? Because obviously this is a hugely disgusting practice where you do not get the consent of whoever you are using, guy, woman, anybody, right? And you are putting them in situations where it just looks like, looks like the acts are happening. So where do we go from this? Well, everyone, I read my Higa statements, I read cutesy statements, and I quickly want to mention H3H3, freaking Ethan. So I don't watch I freaking unsubscribed them such a long time ago, dude. They fell off. He's so edgy these days, and I understand he wants to. Ethan tries to be as free as possible. He has a whole team backing him, echo chamber, and he just does whatever he wants, and no one's really pushing back too hard. That he gave him jobs, and they're just doing whatever, right? But as a viewer, I just stopped watching him. I just can't handle it anymore. But anyway, qtcinderella went on stream for like a couple minutes with a big rant saying like, okay, Atrioc, disgusting, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take down the person who was doing the deepfake stuff. I'm going to sue them, and crying. This is why I'm live, so you can see the pain, etc., etc. Ethan on his podcast watched it, and he broke and laughed. Now, you can say a bunch of different things, like, oh, he's being edgy. He's laughing because it's the inappropriate time, and some people do that. You got the funeral giggles, something like that. Regardless of the reason, it just never, ever is going to look right when you do that. So he made an apology video. It was like 10 minutes or something. I watched it. Yeah, I believe Ethan. He's trying. He really is trying, but I can't follow him anymore. But anyway, so the website got taken down. Everyone is trying to cancel the crap out of him. I think he had a lot of stuff going for him as well. Like I said, he used to work for Twitch. Then he went full-time stream. Just got married. Has a lot of people following him. And now this happened, and he's canceling himself. But this is what he has to say. So let's see what he's got. Okay. So yeah, it came out just today too. Okay. Hey, this statement is long overdue. My actions have taken me from somebody I was proud of, trying to make a positive impact on my community, to a deepfake porn guy. Yep, that is him. He is now going to be known for that forever, unfortunately, unless something drastic happens. Atrioc is now known as that. That scar is felt deeply into my heart. First and foremost, I want to specifically apologize to Maya and Pokimane. You were both in a screenshot that spread around the internet. Your names are dragged into it, and you were sexualized against your will. You have both succeeded in the industry in spite of all the blatant, unfounded sexist attempts to hurt or assassinate your character in a male-dominated space. And now, I'm another guy in that long list. I'm sorry I didn't reach out sooner. I'm sorry that my actions have led to further exploitation of you and your body. And I'm sorry your experience is not uncommon. So, I believe this is a pretty well-written paragraph. It's not this, and I think the reason why he did not reach out to them sooner is because he needed to talk to his freaking lawyers, his freaking publicist, whoever he's using, and say, help me. He might genuinely feel this way, but he needed a well thought out paragraph, and he got it. So whether or not you believe him here, there's no doubt that he probably asked for some really legal help. Like, what should I say here? What should I not say? The reality is, I have it easy compared to dozens of women who, for my actions, discover they are exploited unconsensually. I'm sorry for all of the pain I caused with my action and its ripple effect. So, Coomer got caught. Unfortunately, this Coomer he has an audience, and he did it in a stupid way. He paid for it. Did it on his work computer. Did it while he's streaming to his friends that they might find out. Oh my lord. QT described it described to me as a wildfire, and I believe that is correct. My goal is now concrete action to fight that wildfire and do everything I can to combat the damage. So he knows he can't come back from this, at least not yet. So he's gonna say in all of his power, he's gonna try to help. In short term, through the efforts of QT and Ryan Morrison's law firm, the website in question has already been taken down. So that's very, very, very wonderful. Actually, I'm not sure if they contacted him and told him to F off, the guy who made the website, but I think he brought it down himself as a preemptive to be like, I don't want to get sued. I'm taking it down, and I'm going to give you guys tips of how to not get your data stolen in the future to make sure this doesn't happen often, that sort of stuff. I've spoken with Morrison, and I'm working to cover the financial costs of the takedown, as well as all legal fees for all women affected to use his service for removing their unwanted content from the web. Additionally, I am engaging more law firms and to continue to remove this content from other areas of the internet, such as Reddit. I'm assuming there's a lot of deepfake Reddit subreddits then, if he says that way. To ensure this issue has my full focus, I am stepping away from content creation and off-brand. I don't know what off-brand is. Maybe that's a stream team or his sponsors. I have no freaking idea. But yeah, I am stepping away. So he's making it. He's changing the narrative. Like, he knows he fucked up. He has not. I think he did like a live quick thing apologizing in person. That was more off the cuff, impromptu. But this is like the official thing. So yeah, he's making sure. Like, he's saying, guys, I'm gonna step away. And to, 100%, I'm going to work on this to better the environment for me and my coworkers. Obviously, he has no choice. You either step away, or, whatever. Lastly, to anyone who has expressed the sentiment of support of what I did wasn't wrong, and that goes to the arguments I was saying before, like, oh, he's just a horny guy who hasn't, done the imagination to your friends, blah, blah. The point that the problem is, this is taking a step further and going in a work environment where it's just not acceptable. This is, like I said, this is a really big turning point on the internet in what is going to happen. So this whole situation could completely just go away in a week, or there can be more actions coming up in the future that maybe even unrelated to these people, but like people getting taken down. Like, I think in Europe, they're making it illegal to do this type of thing, so you can't deepfake it. So hopefully, that they're gonna work towards more of making it the norm, where you just can't do this. You just cannot do this. Okay, so, or that I shouldn't apologize. Fuck you. I seriously do not want your support. I do not stand with you. This will be the last time you hear from me for a while. I'd rather you see my actions. I will try my absolute hardest to combat the damage I caused. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know the guy. I've never watched him stream. I've only, unfortunately, this is what he's gonna be known for. The deepfake porn guy for a while. As he said, his actions will show us if he's going to change. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough, but once again, it's gonna be very interesting to see if anything will come from not just him and his situation here, but hopefully more of this sort of work will get taken down, So we'll go ahead and see. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's a bad situation for all involved. Let's look at a little bit of the comments here now. Okay. Yeah, written stuff like this always goes over better. Never address the situation in like the video unless on a live stream. I'm really sad that he, especially with his marketing background, decided to do a live apology. Yeah, so I did not watch that one. It gave everyone, including vulture channels and drama chasers, it basically gave the whole situation more exposure, which is so bad. Yeah, honestly, he shouldn't. The first thing he should have done was contact the people involved. He offended or hurt, and then do the twit long. Never go live. Honestly, that's a bad situation. Okay. I generally think he wouldn't have gotten even recorded the backlash if he did not do the video. These things are exponential. One thing leads to 3 others. Didn't expect a former global marketing manager to handle this so poorly. Oh man. He underrated the response, whether it was a written statement or a video. I don't think he understood the impact he made the apology, or how creepy it came off, given his position in the streaming community. It truly, right? Nor what it meant for him when he unleashed it on the internet. He still thought of himself as a defender of women, and didn't really think of the damage it's done. It's a long-term problem. It's not that people are going to see him as a creeper. It's that the woman he tries to work with may be concerned about him. It's another point. And men who are in relationships he knows their girlfriends or wives may be concerned too. Giant question mark that follows him around now. I feel like he's generally very emotional and didn't act rationally. Oh man. So yeah, at least a lot of people are reading it and they're kind of in the same boat that I am, where it's a tough situation. He fucked up really hardcore, and we'll see what happens. Hey, ask Forsen for a job. Forsen. Moon was looking for a YouTube editor. What's this? Tweet listing all editors. 5 for short clips. Okay. Jeez. All right, GG. Well, we'll see what happens.